I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
It started like any other day in the world of celebrity gossip. Quiet on the surface, but ready to erupt at any second. But no one, not even the most dedicated fans of Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, expected what was about to unfold. By the end of that week, one man's heart would be shattered, and the internet would be in chaos. When the photos dropped, they didn't just trend. They took over everything. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all filled with one thing: Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre's vacation pictures. The kind of pictures that didn't need a caption, didn't need explanation. The smiles said it all. The closeness, the touch, the laughter caught between frames. It screamed intimacy. And while fans were swooning, while gossip blogs were exploding with theories, one person's world was falling apart: Iman Shumpert. It wasn't long ago when Teyana and Iman were that couple. The ones everyone rooted for. They had that rare mix of chemistry, loyalty, and authenticity that made people believe in love again. Their relationship wasn't just public, it was inspirational. The music videos, the red carpet moments, their reality show, everything painted a picture of a strong, unbreakable bond. But somewhere behind the filters, the laughter and the headlines, things had started to crumble. Slowly at first, quietly, then all at once. The rumors about Aaron Pierre first started as whispers, background noise to Teyana's rising career. She and Aaron had met on set, working together on a film project that demanded emotional vulnerability. From the outside, it was just two professionals doing their job. But on the inside, something deeper was forming. Something neither of them fully understood or wanted to admit at first. Iman, who had once been Teyana's biggest supporter, started to notice the shift. The late-night calls, the rehearsals that ran longer than expected, the moments when she seemed there physically but distant emotionally. He'd ask softly, "You good?" And she'd always answer with that same smile. "Yeah, baby, I'm fine." But he knew better. The silence between them had grown too thick to ignore. Then came the official breakup, a statement crafted carefully, full of love and respect. They both said the right words. "We'll always be family. Co-parenting with love. Nothing but admiration." But words don't always match reality. Behind those statements was pain, confusion, regret, and now, betrayal. When those vacation photos hit the internet, it wasn't just about two people enjoying the sun. It was about what it meant. Teyana wasn't just with anyone, she was with Aaron Pierre. The same man who had been rumored to be the reason her marriage ended. Iman had seen the pictures the same way everyone else did, through a notification ping. One moment he was scrolling mindlessly. The next, his entire past flashed before his eyes. He froze, blinked, scrolled again, hoping maybe it was an edit, a misunderstanding, some fanfiction gone viral. But no, it was real. Teyana in a flowing beach dress, laughing freely. Aaron holding her hand, looking at her like she was the only person on earth. That was the moment something inside Iman broke. People close to him said he didn't speak for hours. Just sat there, staring at the screen, shaking his head in disbelief. For all the world's gossip and the internet's chaos, no one could imagine what that moment felt like. Seeing the person you once promised forever to, smiling that same smile. But not for you. Friends said he tried to play it cool at first, pretending it didn't matter, saying, "I'm happy for her." But late at night, his walls would fall. Those who knew him best said they'd never seen him like that before. He'd sit quietly, scrolling through old photos, his eyes red and glassy. He'd whisper things like, "How did we get here?" And "Was I not enough?" It wasn't just the heartbreak, it was the public nature of it all. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone had something to say. Fans dissected every picture, every body language cue, every caption. Some said Teyana had every right to move on. Others called it cruel, too soon, too public. The internet, as always, was divided. But one thing was certain, Everyone was watching, and then came the video. It wasn't even a high-quality post, just a short clip from a fan's phone, captured at a beachside bar. Teyana and Aaron were dancing, carefree, close, smiling in a way that looked effortless. At one point, she leaned in, whispered something in his ear, and he laughed. That genuine kind of laugh that makes the world disappear. The clip went viral in minutes. And when Iman saw it, sources say he couldn't hold it in anymore. He went live on Instagram that night, something he hadn't done in months. Fans flooded in instantly, expecting maybe a calm talk, maybe music, maybe nothing at all. But what they got was raw emotion. He sat there, hoodie up, eyes heavy. He didn't say much at first, just silence. The kind that speaks louder than any words. Then, finally, he exhaled and said quietly, "You ever give everything to somebody and realize maybe it was never enough?" The comment section went wild. Fans begged him to log off, to protect his peace, to not let the world see him like that. But he kept talking, voice trembling but honest. "I ain't mad," he said. "I'm just disappointed. I thought we were forever, but I guess forever's shorter than I thought." And that was it. No anger, no shouting, just a man trying to hold himself together while his heart broke in front of thousands. When the live ended, silence took over. But the clip? It spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, Teyana and Aaron remained quiet. No statements, no explanations. Just pictures, smiles, and silence. And that silence? It was louder than anything else. Behind the scenes, friends close to both said things were complicated. Aaron hadn't planned for things to escalate this way. He cared for Teyana, that much was clear. But he hadn't expected the backlash, the pressure, the comparisons. And Teyana? She was torn, between trying to live her truth and feeling the weight of guilt pressing down on her chest. At one point, a close friend reportedly asked her, "Do you still love Iman?" Teyana paused, looked away, and said softly, "Love doesn't just disappear. But sometimes, it changes." And that was the heart of it. Love that once healed now hurt. Love that once connected now divided. Fans began taking sides. Team Iman versus Team Teyana, as if love could ever be that simple. But the truth? There were no winners here. Just three people caught in the chaos of emotion, fame, and consequence. Weeks passed and the noise started to fade. But then, out of nowhere, Iman posted something that reignited everything. A simple photo of him and their daughter captioned, "My reason to smile again." It wasn't directed at anyone, but it said everything it needed to. He was moving forward, trying at least, and that's when the unexpected happened. Teyana reposted it. No caption, no emoji, just the picture. Fans lost their minds. Was it peace? Regret? Nostalgia? No one knew. But the internet didn't need clarity. It had already made its own story. Behind closed doors, though, the reality was quieter. Teyana had started realizing the cost of her choices, not because she didn't care for Aaron, but because healing doesn't come from replacing someone. It comes from understanding yourself. And as her relationship with Aaron faced pressure from fans, media, and her own emotions, cracks began to show. Aaron, too, started feeling it. He hadn't expected the constant comparisons to Iman, or the way Teyana would sometimes drift off mid-conversation. Lost in thought, one night during a quiet dinner, someone overheard Aaron say, "Sometimes, I feel like I'm loving someone who's still holding on to someone else." It was a simple line, but it carried weight. Soon after, rumors started swirling again, whispers that their relationship was fading, that things weren't as perfect as they looked. This time, Teyana didn't deny it. She went silent on social media, stopped posting, and seemed genuinely drained by it all. The sparkle was gone, replaced by a calm acceptance. And then came the interview, the moment that confirmed what everyone had begun to suspect. Teyana sat down with a close friend for a podcast, and though she didn't mention names, the emotion in her voice said enough. "I think people forget we're human," she said. "We bleed, we break, we love, we make mistakes. I just want peace, that's all." It was raw, honest, and surprisingly vulnerable. Fans, who had once criticized her, began showing empathy. And Iman? He liked the clip. No comment, no words, just a single like. But for fans who had followed this saga, that one gesture meant everything. As weeks turned into months, things slowly settled. Iman focused on his career and his role as a father. Teyana worked on her music, her films, her healing. Aaron stayed out of the spotlight, at least for now. But even as time passed, the echoes of that one moment, those viral vacation photos, continued to linger. Because sometimes it's not the breakup that breaks you. It's what comes after. The public judgment. The comparisons. The feeling of being replaced. And for Iman, that pain was something he had to learn to live with. Not by hating Teyana, but by finally letting go. In the end, this wasn't just a story about love and betrayal. It was about people, real emotions behind the perfect pictures. A reminder that what we see online isn't always the truth. That behind every smile, there's a story. Behind every post, a battle. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. Not because you stopped caring, but because you finally started caring about yourself. As for Teyana and Iman, their story may have ended differently than fans hoped. But maybe that's okay.